good, everybody? It's your boy, Pat the Designer.
And it's Bando Brando, and you know we back.
For another video, and on this episode, 2017 prediction for the Chicago teams in the Major League Baseball Association.
One of them are looking good.
You know what? The White Sox are my team. I'm a Sox fan.
My team too.
J. Dye, 2005. We got Hawk Harrelson and DJ right here. We got Paulie. Burley around here somewhere. Where did Burley go?
He was supposed to have a baseball bat.
He was. Where did Burley? Oh, here's Burley. Burley in the building. Shouts out to Mark Burley, number 56. Supposed to be getting his number retired this year. I don't know why he's on the floor. But I don't know. He's down there. He just chilling. He cruising. Thing about the Sox, they have a lot of prospects this year. And they got a lot of players that are improving. They got Tim Anderson. They got, what's the boy name? Second base. They got Tyler Salandino, who I personally really like. I don't think he's an everyday second baseman. I don't think he's an everyday position player, but you need that guy that can move around a lot. They got a lot of good prospects coming up in the minors.
Yeah, definitely. My thing that I see from the Sox is really how they're building, around Abreu, who's been a really good player for us. They're bringing in all these prospects that look like they're going to do something good. Their outfield is kind of trash, but that's something that they can work on.
It is.
And as time progresses, I'm not saying that they'll be like really good this year, but as time progresses, I feel like that the White Sox are like actually progressively getting better. So to kind of like right now, they playing and they're not, but. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about that progression if they're getting better. And I mean, that's what the Cubs did. They progressively got better to the point that they were the World Series champions.
You absolutely right. They got prospects that are improving. They've got the thing I want to see from them this year, not so much wins, because in all honesty, I'd like for them to have a bad season that's competitive. And what I mean by that is you win 65, maybe 70 games, but every game you lose was a competitive game. Like right now, I've watched them at the beginning of the season this year, and what they've done is come out. They've been in every game. They've competed. And even they played a game against the Twins. They got beat 4-1. They had a chance to win that. And young guys are just going to improve on that. Young guys are just going to take that. They're going to learn from these experiences, and that's what it is. This season has to be a learning experience for the Chicago White Sox for it to be successful. I don't think you don't have any chin hair. What are you pulling? What? Smug got the chin hair of a newborn giraffe. Come on now. What are you pulling?
No, but I mean, my opinion on it is that the
Bulls. Come on now.
I'm sorry.
Owned by the same guy, but not the same team. Owned by the same dude, but not the same team.
But the White Sox, I feel like that I want them to win every game. I mean, if they come out and have the ability to win, I want them to win every game, because that's going to show us that they are here to play and we know that they can win. Right. But at the end of the day, we're going to be realistic, and we know that, not yet that they're going to be that star team.
Right.
Well, we never know. It's still the beginning. But if we see and come out we don't really know what to expect yet, I kind of want to agree with you, because at the end of the day, we still trying to rebuild and everything.
And that's what it is.
So you still want to get some better players in there and some new outfielders.
And you want the guys to learn how to play the game the right way, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to get you the improvement. If they learn how to play this game the right way, they come out and they lose. And they only win 65 games, 70 games. Say they only win 70 games this year, which is, probably better than I expected them to do. Right? Really, in all honesty, it's better than I expected them to do. If they win 70 games, I'll be shocked. Oh my goodness. But if they come out and win 70 games this year, and every game's competitive, and you can tell that the new guys took steps, like say they lose a bunch in the beginning, and at the end of the year they win half of their games or more than half of their games. You can tell that they're taking that step forward. That's what I want to see from this season.
All about progression, man.
All about progression, especially on the South Side, because we have not been a good baseball team for a long time, and I'm tired of it. But Chicago does have a really good baseball team. They got one of these now. It's not a Sox ring, but they got a nice little Cubs ring that looks like, a little 2017 World Champions on it. This one's 2005. It's the glory days.
Yeah. What do you expect from the Cubs this year?
I'm not gonna lie to you. And Major League Baseball is one of the toughest sports in history.
I mean, definitely a whole season.
To repeat
62 games.
To repeat as a world champion in. I mean, there hasn't been a National League team to repeat, I think, since the Reds back when Pete Rose was coaching.
Right.
Or maybe he was playing. He might have even been playing. But it's been a very long time. There hasn't been a American League team to do it since the Yankees in the 90s, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So to repeat as a champion is one of the toughest things to do. The thing that will kill this Cubs team, and the only thing, is the depth of pitching. They've got some great pitchers. They've got some pitchers who are destined for the Hall of Fame, and they're just going to be great. John Lester's amazing.
Oh my God! Yes.
John Lackey's a salty dog. He's he's a salty dog. He likes to get in there and get dirty. You got Jake Arrieta, who, of course, if he comes out now as an Arrieta-like season, he's going to be amazing. And you got Kyle Hendricks coming up. The thing is, first off, that fifth spot's got to get figured out. They got to figure out what they're going to do with that fifth pitching spot in the rotation, and the bullpen's got to be there. This year it's been good. It's early in the season. They've won their games. I'll tell you one thing, though. Hold on, I got to say, I'll tell you one thing. I have never in my life, and I grew up watching Frank Thomas and Paul Konerko, and you've really good hitters,
Exactly, yeah.
I've never seen someone who's played as few games as Kyle Schwarber has and be just so good. Mm-hmm. He is by far, so far, just as the start of his career. We don't know what it's going to be, but just at the start,
I feel you.
He is by far the best hitter I've seen in a short sample. To tear your ACL, come back, hit basically, he played in the Arizona League, which is basically like if we sent us out there to throw pitches to him. And he hit home runs against those guys. And then he went and played Major League pitching. And he was a huge impact in the World Series. He was a huge impact. Come on now. Come on. This dude, I'm not a Cubs fan. I do not like the Cubs. I didn't cheer against you in the World Series. But had y'all have lost, I would have been the most petty White Sox fan you'd ever met. But at that same time, this man, Kyle Schwarber, is fun to watch. He is ridiculous.
Yeah, and the same thing. I mean, I have to agree with you. He's just amazing. And, that's the thing I feel about the Cubs. They went out and got all these amazing players and everything, and, they really had a great rebuild. I mean,
they did it the right way.
You can't ask for nothing better. And, coming into this season, what I want to look for more is how much more consistent they can be than last year, because their consistency last year was amazing. Now that you have this group of people, I mean, how much farther can you take it? And that's kind of what I'm looking for this season.
Right, and I think what we're going to see is the hitting slumps decrease a little bit. We saw a few hitting slumps last year, but I think we're going to see those drop down a little bit because these guys have the experience now. They're World Series champions. They know how to do it.
And they got more confidence now.
The thing we're also going to see this year that we didn't see last year they were trying to win every single ball game. I think towards the end you'll see a little more cruise control. I think you'll see them pacing themselves a little bit more.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
they'll be much more ready this year.
They'll be much more ready. But this is the thing. You get everyone's best when you're the champion.
Mm-hmm.
You get everyone's best. So they're going to face better competition this year. They're going to face tougher competition this year. And they're going to face top competition this year.
I believe that.
They're gonna get everybody's 110% because if we beat the Cubs, that builds us confidence. You know, I can't wait for Sox Cubs. I can't wait for the Crosstown Classic this year.
Yeah, and really the Cubs, I mean, they've at the beginning of the season they've showed us like already
they're not slowing down.
Yeah, they showed us what they can do.
Yeah, we won the World Series. Let's go.
Right.
You know, like
I mean,
put this back on. I can't see a dang thing.
Yeah, so like I said, what we expected them is like progression. Just like with the Sox, everything is a progression. You know,
exactly.
If they're coming out and they're playing as well as they did last year, I'm still not seeing too many teams that can really compete with that. I mean, there's great teams all around, and you know, there's always going to be competitive teams, and even the teams that aren't competitive, I mean, it's baseball and it's 9 innings, so you know, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. No clock.
So, you know, they got to come out and just play like they did last year, play really good. I mean, they pretty much took control of every game.
Yeah.
And that's something I would like to see from them this year.
Most definitely. That's our prediction for the 2016. Let me catch up. 2017 season. I think the Cubs will be competitive. I don't think they'll repeat as world champions. And I just want the Sox to compete. That's pretty much it. Yeah. I think the Cubs will make it far, but I don't think they'll repeat as world champions. But y'all let us know how y'all feel about it. Make sure you leave comments below. Make sure you tweet us ideas. Make sure you tweet us what your ideas are, what you're thinking about the Cubs and how you feel about it. And was that you tweeting? Is that what that was?
I'm tweeting ourselves.
You tweeting us?
Yeah,
stop doing that.
Getting it started.
Make sure you subscribe if you're new.
Please.
It's been The Breeze. One love.